Hey, this is James Smith. We're here with another 2 minute devotion. We continue to look through the book of John and pull out the golden nuggets that we find in the stories and the parables that God has presented in the book of John. We're in chapter 1, and we're going to be looking here today at the testimony of John. Now, the setting is that John is out and he's in the wilderness, and he's approached by these men who are sent from the Pharisees. And they're asking him, "Who are you, John? Are you a prophet? Are you Elijah reincarnated? Who are you?" And John goes, and his response is, "No, I'm not that. I'm not that." But then they finally say, "Well, tell us who you are." And John says, according to the words of Isaiah, "I am a voice of the one crying out in the wilderness, prepare ye the way of the Lord." And I love this because what John is doing, and he's doing for all of us, even the believers, he's attaching himself to an almighty God. He says, "I am." And if you recall in Exodus, God said to Moses, "I am that I am." When the people asked him that, that's what he was to respond. And so even us today, we have the authority and the power as believers in the Most High God to attach ourselves to him and say, "You know what? I am a voice. I'm not the Messiah. I'm not all that, but I'm a voice. I'm a voice out there crying out, make straight the way of the Lord." When I'm on my job, I'm a voice crying that out. When I'm at home with my family, I'm a voice crying out, make straight the way of the Lord. Make sure that your life is right with him. I'm just the voice. And John was clear. Look, I'm attached to God because I know him and he sent me, and so I'm that voice. And John also goes on and he begins to explain, look, this is my purpose and what I'm doing. I'm here just to baptize you with water, but there's one standing among you. There's one that's coming after me who's greater than I am. You know, as we stand and as we testify, we have to remember and point people to Christ, that Christ is the one that's greater than us. Christ is the one that stands among us. He says, "I'm always with you. I never leave you nor forsake you." He's always right there with us, and he's greater than anything else that we've ever come to experience. And so as you're going throughout this week, stand strong, stand mighty, because you have been given authority by God, and you have the power to declare who Christ is amongst the nations. This has been another 2 minutes. I pray that you've been blessed.